This video is about the 1916 Easter Rising in Ireland. A few underground organizations wanted to establish an independent Irish Republic. However, in the end, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland could prevail. The United Kingdom was at war with Germany. It was World War I. Ireland was for more than 100 years an integral part of the United Kingdom. We had rather radical groups within the Irish nationalist movement. That was the Irish Republican Brotherhood, the Irish Volunteers, and the Irish Citizen Army. As mentioned, the United Kingdom was at war with Germany, and the Irish said, or the Irish Republican Brotherhood said, wonderful, we will launch a rebellion before the war is over, and then we will accept whatever support we can get from Germany. But they had plans on their own. They sent their director of military operations to Germany, and he presented the Irish plan. There should be a rebellion in Dublin, and German forces should then invade in the west in Connacht. But the Germans were only willing to supply the IRB with weapons. Another problem for the IRB was that Connolly, the head of the Irish Citizen Army, got impatient and wanted to strike independently. So in the end, he could be persuaded to join the IRB. Preparing. The German Empire promised weapons and, of course, then was delivering them. The German ship arrived in Ireland on the 20th of April. Just the problem was the Irish contacts didn't show and the Royal Navy could capture the German boat. Because of that incident, McNeil, the head of the Irish Volunteers, ordered all missions to be abandoned. But that order just led to a one-day delay. Now, from a British point of view, very unfortunate was that the Under-Secretary for Ireland and the Lord Lieutenant both knew something will go on, but they decided, okay, come on, it is time, we wait until after Easter. But this rising started on Easter Monday, 1916. 1,200 Irish volunteers and members of the Irish Citizen Army were taking over key positions in Dublin. GPO, the General Post Office, was headquarters, and they hoisted the Irish tricolour and proclaimed the Republic. They failed, though, to take key positions, especially Dublin Castle and Trinity College. 25th of April, the Lord Lieutenant declared martial law, and the British could retake City Hall. Then, on the 26th, the first British reinforcements arrived from England and Wales, and especially the gunboat Helga could shell rebel positions, but also artillery from Trinity College was shooting at the rebels. The British brought snipers and machine guns into the Shelburne Hotel and could drive out the rebels from Stephen's Green. They took Grand Canal, but the British advances towards Forecourts and South Dublin Union Hospital were less successful. However, the constant bombardment took its toll, and the Irish had to surrender unconditionally on the 29th of April. Now, the immediate British reaction, lots of suspected and actual rebels were arrested, and quite a few of them were sent then to internment camps to England. These camps were actually universities of revolution, where future leaders like Michael Collins and Norman Rebels would come to the Irish Republican cause. The leaders of the Easter Rising were executed because of treason, and it makes sense. They were cooperating with Germany. Germany was an enemy, and it was war. And normally, then you get executed. Or back then, it was normal to get executed. Should be mentioned that De Valera could escape the death penalty because he also had the American citizenship. De Valera, to explain, is a later president of the Republic of Ireland. Now, the reaction of the Irish people. The population was surprised, alienated, bewildered. What's going on here at the start? Then, during the rebellion, most Irish rejected the violence, but at the end, because of the harsh British reaction, lots of Irish sympathized with the rebels. And especially the leaders, executed leaders, became martyrs for the Irish Republican cause. Sinn Féin became the most powerful party in the general election of 1980. They won all the seats in the south and didn't go to London to Parliament. They formed the first Irish Parliament, the first Dáil Éireann. The Irish thought with the Easter Rising, okay, there could be a violent solution, and then that led directly to the Irish War of Independence. This was the 1916 Easter Rising in Fife.